Here I am again. This is. I just got a cough drop. Hopefully that clears it up. Cough up a little bit. Anyway, this is The Wire. We're on season 3, episode 10. Now, ooh, several things to touch on in this episode. So we have Cuddy. He's of course making another appearance in here, or another attempt at starting a boxing club, which I can't wait to talk about that. What else we have? We have Avon and Stringer. They're at odds ends. There's a lot going on with that situation as well. Also, we have the major on the on the police side, and he's going through a whole situation. And you've also got McNutty. Wow, and you've got Kima in her CI doing a lot of work. A lot of good work, I should say. I think that's pretty. Oh yeah. One character, his name is Lester. Works for the police side. He's on the same side as McNutty and Kima. He comes in clutch at the end of the episode. I guess I could just talk about him first. He comes in clutch at the end of the episode by doing a little bit of undercover work, posing as a old school like scammer or something like that in order to get this guy. They've ID'd the person who's in charge of obtaining or getting the disposable cell phones, and if they can get in with him, they can give him cell phones that are set up, or basically just set up. They're tapped. So if you can get in slick with him, then and they're making it worth his while. So it's harder for him to even consider going a different direction, which I really like. So of course I'm so interested to see where that goes. It's just sad that Presbeluski, that guy, it's just sad that he won't be there to see that through. But anyway, God, I hope I don't forget everybody I just mentioned. Guess I could talk about the major first. No. I want to talk about Cuddy. So this character, like I said in so many other uploads, he came in. I feel like he came in with a stereotype of somebody who's been in prison for a long time and wants to change their life around. I feel like they didn't put enough of that in the character. But anyhow, in this particular episode, he's finally found, I guess, what everybody needs to find in life, a path. He enjoys boxing. I guess the only thing he ever did was box and be a thug, air quote. So he leans on boxing, and the only people he has to teach are these young kids who are basically slinging in this Amsterdam or whatever. So he stumbles and falls at first, like I think anybody does, and I think that's what deters most people from trying to live out their dreams is the fact that you're gonna fail. But he does. Well, not necessarily fails, but he stumbles and he comes back. Of course, because it's TV, he stumbles and he comes back and he has a chance again to start training kids. And I can't speak enough about just having an outlet for somebody who's coming from an impoverished neighborhood. Maybe they don't have a father. Maybe they don't have a mother. There's nobody there really to give them the tools to succeed in life. So they're out there finding their own way, and having an individual like him who's been in that life, someone they could respect enough to listen to, no pun intended, be in their corner. You don't know how powerful that is. I mean, I just don't think people understand how powerful that is. That's why I was so shocked to see them. I was hoping they went this route with this character, but on top of that, I was so shocked to see a character like this even be portrayed or even have enough airtime in an episode of a series that was as big as The Wire. I'm fixated on that. I don't know why. I mean, it's just good to see that type of stuff in TV. But I guess I can go back to the show now. Dang, what did I forget? I guess I could talk about the major next. So his situation, his situation is he's been found out. So all the stuff that he's doing down there in these designated drug zones that he's created has basically been leaked by one of his own people. Believe it or not, just what he was doing is what he was doing was from the looks of it, cleaning up the neighborhood, the well other neighborhoods, and giving everybody a chance to breathe. Because I have to admit, growing up in a neighborhood similar to that, what it would have been like to know that I could walk outside or I can go to sleep and not, you know, be have to prove anything to anybody or get hit with a stray bullet at night. Just that would have made life a lot easier as a child. So I'm all for it, but I know it's fictional and it's all in TV land. But anyway, he's been found out, so now he has to answer to his superiors, and they're not happy at all about this situation. And we'll see what the dust settles with this. I mean, if you haven't watched the series, you're looking at the wrong video because I'm not going to give you a breakdown of it. It's up to the individual to go out and find it and watch it. But I can tell you, it's magnificently put together. Now, what else did I mention in here? Did I mention McNutty and Kima CI? See, I need to write this stuff down. So, got a cough drop. So McNutty, it's interesting because he's coming. Kima CI, her little intelligent guy. He has come in intelligence guy. He's come in clutch so many times, and again, he's got that ball and he's just carrying it and getting yards. He's consistent. I mean, I can't believe how strong and how good of a character this guy's turned out to be. So he's the link to. That's what I mentioned, Lester. That guy. He's the link to Lester doing his undercover work later on in the episode, because he knows the young lady who's dating the guy whose job it is to get the disposable cell phones. So that's how they set it all up in order to stroke a deal to get him to buy these cell phones that are tapped. That's so important that he makes the buy. And of course, Lester comes in and he just being the bottom of the totem pole again. If you don't know that what is it? That saying, it's like people always think the bottom of the totem pole is like worthless and not necessary. But if you think about it, the bottom of the totem pole holds the rest of it up. So it's the foundation. It's one of the most important parts of the whole thing. I hope I'm saying that right. But anyway, so Lester comes in there, and I think I left out Omar. I left out Omar in this situation. So I mean, after last episode and him almost being murdered and his grandma almost being murdered, he doesn't see anything. The blinders might as well be hot glued or gorilla glued if that to the sides of his face. He can't see a thing but Stringer and Avon. And I have to touch on Avon and Stringer's situation. I mean, those two guys, Stringer's off the wall, man. I mean, in a way, well, actually, he has his blinders on as well, but his is more focused towards closing this building deal, getting everything squared away there. But he's getting jerked around by these the word they use is bureaucrats. He's getting jerked around by them, and like I said, I'll be interested to see him take some of that street knowledge and go educate these white collar boys. But I don't think I'm gonna have a chance to see that because of the way things are playing out with Omar, and of course he's shooting himself in the foot as well. But it's also for the greater good because Avon feeling less than adequate and trying to show his worth and trying to stand up to Stringer, even though Stringer's already proven that he's stronger than him, is going to be the downfall of everybody because he's going to war when war is not necessary. I mean, but there are things that are happening without their knowledge that is going to stop everything almost. But you know, all I can do is wait till the next episode and see how it all plays out. Oh, and we also saw the reintroduction of another character. I think it was Brother Muzone. That bow tie. It's a thing of beauty, and I can't wait to see what he does in these next episodes. But if you like me, ranting and raving and trying out new angles on my phone here, I have other videos up about The Wire. Also, I've done Breaking Bad. I've done The Mandalorian, which I didn't like. I'm going to mention it every time. A few movies up as well. And I've also started doing Futurama again. So go check those videos out and subscribe.